Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I am going to be showing you a makeup routine with products that just make me feel pretty. I feel like we all have like a certain like makeup routine or makeup look that we rely on that's like our go-to for just when you just want to look pretty and effortless, and it's just all of the right products that just all work together really well. Pretty much that's what we're going to be doing today. Today's look is also a little bit different because I'm not going to be using any foundation. Who is she? I know, but I've been doing this skin routine lately with concealer and a powder and stuff that just... I just love how my skin looks, and I just feel really pretty when I wear it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you are interested in hanging out with me, playing with some makeup, then please stick around. All right, so I've just freshly had a shower. I've washed my hair. I'm going to do some skincare. I wanted to quickly show you some products that I'm using at the minute. You guys have been commenting on my skin so much, and I just want to say thank you. You guys, this weekend I am officially 9 weeks without sugar, without junk food, without takeout or takeaway food. Pretty much I have not put even one morsel of anything that's classified as unhealthy in my body. Not for any like specific reason, really. I just wanted to see the difference in how I felt and the difference in how, you know, my skin looked, and it has worked, you guys. Like even every day I wake up and I'm like, is that my skin? Like, it just looks so much better. So I had like a lot of texture, just sort of like tiny little lumps underneath the skin. That's pretty much all gone away, and it just is looking so much clearer and brighter. My face is less puffy as well. I am loving it. But for skincare now, because I kind of have like different goals. Obviously, I still want to reduce oil, reduce shine, minimize my pores, but I've actually been focusing a lot on brightening. I'm using a lot of vitamin C in my morning routine to really brighten the skin and just prevent any evidence of aging as much as I can. Now, I talked about in a video a few weeks ago now, it was 5 new products worth the hype. The brand new Dermalogica Biolumin C Gel Moisturizer. I am obsessed with this. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below, but this has just been amazing because vitamin C moisturizers for me have always been super sticky. I've not really ever been able to wear them underneath makeup. The texture of vitamin C in products, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just always sticky and heavy, but this one is amazing and lightweight. And because that one was a newie, and because they brought that out and I've started using that one daily, I've kind of fallen back into the whole vitamin C, like the entire Dermalogica vitamin C range. These products are seriously so good. I've spoken about these in plenty of videos before. They're also really lightweight. This is the Biolumin C Eye Serum. This is a really amazing lightweight serum for underneath makeup. It's really important with an eye serum, especially if you're going to be wearing makeup all day, that you choose something that's super lightweight. So this one, it's like almost like water, and it just melts into the skin. But obviously it's low. I mean, all of these products are absolutely chockers with really effective vitamin C. And I also find that it really hydrates my under eye area, but without making it greasy or anything. I've just fallen back into this routine because I want the brightest skin ever. We're going for wedding day skin, guys. I just can't believe how quickly the wedding is coming up too. It is crazy. And then after the eye serum, I've been using the face serum. This one's incredible as well. Like super lightweight on the skin, loaded with vitamin C for brightening as well, and it helps to hydrate and firm. I loved this one originally because it was so lightweight. Like, I remember when I started to use this one. Honestly, I feel like this was years ago now. We're going back quite a long time. It was probably one of the first vitamin C products that went sticky. Oh, actually, I've been getting a few comments from you guys asking for me to do like a top 5, top 10, probably top 5 is more realistic, products like Dermalogica, like my best of the best, my faves of the faves, because I use their skincare a lot. I use pretty much to be fair, I use pretty much their entire line. Like, I just love all of their products. But let me know in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in seeing, if you would find that helpful. Obviously, it gets a little bit confusing, but we could maybe do like different skin types as well. Like, so for my oily skin type, like my top 5 faves, and then maybe for like a dry skin type, my top 5 faves. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in. And then last but not least, going in with the gel moisturizer again. If you haven't seen that other video that I did on this one, I'm obsessed with this because it is a vitamin C moisturizer. It is insanely brightening. It is insanely hydrating. It makes me glowy, but it doesn't make my skin sticky. And it's honestly just like the strangest thing. Like I said, my experience with trying vitamin C, they're all really, really sticky. But yeah, this new one from Dermalogica, I am obsessed. Yeah, it's only brand new. I feel like it's only been out for maybe a month, maybe not even quite a month. But it gives my skin like an amazing glow. But like I said, it's not heavy or tacky. So that's pretty much the skincare that I've been doing underneath my makeup every morning. I did post my nighttime skincare routine. Was it 2 weeks ago now? My nighttime routine is very much focused on like AHAs and like resurfacing and exfoliating and stuff. But then my morning routine for the last few weeks, because my skin is looking so clear now, I'm all about brightening and glowiness. So it's the vitamin C for me. Now moving on and starting to work on a little bit of coverage, I'm going to be taking the Fenty, I always forget what this is called, the Bright Fix Eye Brightener. This is one of the most lightweight concealers. I'm absolutely in love with it. This is another product that I have spoken about in many other videos as well. I just love this one because it's basically skincare and makeup all mixed into one, but it is impeccably lightweight. Like, can't see it on the skin, can't feel it on the skin, it doesn't get crepey or creasy or anything, but it still does an amazing job of brightening and covering the under eye area. I think they have done such a good job with this product, honestly. I am obsessed. So just blending that one in, and I kind of blend it up sort of like the side of my face. I carry it up. I do sometimes get a little bit like rosy and a little bit red sort of beside my eyes, and then I'll also sort of carry it a little onto my nose just to give me a tiny bit more coverage. And then over the top of my eye as well. Like, you could seriously apply this over your entire face, like all over the skin, and it would look beautiful. And then see how I get like a tiny little bit of redness beside my nose? It's almost in my smile lines. I'm actually going to carry that down there as well. But this big lump on my neck, I got bitten by some kind of weird bug yesterday. I've kind of reacted to it. It was a moment. And you might want to even just do like a few dabs on your forehead. Again, you don't need any extra product. Like, this just goes such a long way. This is one of our perfecting sponges. I do find that it does work really well with this too. But you could probably blend it out with a finger if that was something that you were into as well. And then next up, I'm going to go in with this one. Now, this is a newer-ish discovery for me. I spoke about this in a video a little while ago. It was a full face of first impressions, and I attempted to use, like, I did like my foundation and my concealer and stuff, and then I attempted to use this to set down the foundation. I do not like it as a setting powder at all. It's called the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder, and it is it's a pressed foundation essentially, but it's incredibly like barely there coverage. It's a very lightweight. It says it's got a natural radiant blur effect and an all-day matte finish. To me, this is kind of like a hybrid between like a powder foundation and, I don't know, like a more natural highlighter, if that makes any sense. I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it heaps. Like, you're about to see what it looks like on the skin. It's just beautiful. And honestly, all I do is I pick it up on our Luxe foundation brush. I just swirl the brush in there. It does kind of take a bit to pick up a reasonable amount of product, which is kind of annoying. But I literally will just start working that onto the skin. Like, it's definitely a powder foundation, but it's different to all of my other powder foundations. Like, all of my other powder foundations that I've got, you know, they give me really good coverage. And this does give coverage, but not kind of enough, but the right amount. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm probably not even making sense at this point. So I pretty much just swirl this all over the skin. And obviously, because I've just put that skincare on, it kind of like almost grips to it, if that makes sense. I do want to say, like, today's routine is not necessarily like a long-lasting makeup routine. It's not going to be, you know, your go-to if you're looking for your makeup to last, like if you want to put your makeup on in the morning and then wear it all day at work, kind of a thing. I do find that this routine doesn't last as long, but I just love the way it makes my skin look. Like, it's so glowy and radiant, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup. I love it. I do think, if anything, I'm going to go through this really fast, which will be kind of annoying because it's Dior, so it's obviously incredibly expensive. But yeah, this is what it looks like on my skin. Isn't it so nice? Oh, I love it. For brows, I've been really loving like the super feathery laminated brow kind of a look, I'm going to have another go at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. I've been struggling to be able to get this to work. I don't know if it's just me or if I'm doing something wrong. A lot of people in the comments of other videos were like, oh, maybe you need to wet the spoolie first. You don't. It's definitely like you're meant to use it just out of the jar. It's quite like a wet, sort of a sticky gel. The idea is that you brush up the brows while it kind of like sets on the skin, I guess. I find that it looks good for a little while, but then they kind of just droop down, but we'll see how it goes today. A lot of people also suggested pressing it down with a finger. I've done that as well. It works, but then as soon as I like move my eyebrows, they kind of like pop off and unstick off the skin, and it's the same situation. And then I like to take a brow pen. I'm still obsessed with the Benefit one. I've also been really enjoying the ColourPop one. The Benefit one, I do find it's a little bit quicker, but the ColourPop one will give you the same results, but at a cheaper price. So it's a really, really good option. It's definitely a great dupe. The Benefit one's quicker because it's got 3 prongs, where the ColourPop one is only like a single prong. All right, so now that Dior powder has been sitting on my skin a little bit, I do find that after like a few minutes, my skin, it kind of like warms up the formula and it really just melts in. But because I'm an oily skin type, or even, you know, if I am wanting my makeup to last a reasonable amount of time, I do still have to set it. So I'm going to take our Velvet Finishing Powder and I'm just going to set it all down. This also helps to really blur out the under eye area, and I just love that look. Like, I just want to look young and flawless and healthy. Because this powder is translucent, and because of the way we've formulated it, it won't actually add like any texture. Like, it'll smooth the skin, but you won't be able to see that you're actually wearing a powder. So it still looks super, super natural and like, you know, skin. Now for the cheeks, I have been back in love with this little e.l.f. bronzer blush duo. It is the Aqua, I feel like it's called the Aqua Infused. It's a really funny like cream to powder formula. Obviously, being that it's e.l.f., it's incredibly affordable, but the formulation of this is amazing. I love the way that it looks on the skin. I love the way that it wears. It adds color, but it kind of looks like airbrushed, and it doesn't add any texture, and it just lasts all day. It's a 10 out of 10 product as far as I'm concerned. I love it. So just working that into the skin. This is our angled contour brush, and I'm going to work it up around my hairline as well. Just almost adds like this airbrushed soft wash of color to the skin. Oh, and I should say this one does come in different colors. I have got bronzed peach, and I'm just adding the blush side of that compact now. The blush is just as beautiful. Like, it adds a soft wash of color, but without adding any texture to the skin and without emphasizing texture. It's just, every time I use this, I'm like, how is this e.l.f.? Like, seriously, it's that good. I will list and link all the brushes that I use in the description bar as well for you guys. I often get comments asking for them to be listed, so I will do that, I promise. And then to add a tiny little bit of a shine, a bit of a gleam to the skin, I'm going to be using the Benefit What's Up. I've been using this one heaps lately. It's a cream highlighter, but it's just very like understated. It just adds like the tiniest little bit of shimmer to the skin, again without adding texture, without emphasizing texture. I love how soft it is. The MAC Strobe Cream also does an amazing job of this. It's a really, really, really nice highlighting product. I feel like it's an unsung hero as well. Like, I feel like there are not enough people talking about this because it honestly is so good. Now for the eyes, I'm actually going to take a little of this e.l.f. bronzer. I'm going to pick it up on a blending brush. I really need to wash my brushes. We're kind of running out of options, but I'm basically picking up a good amount of that. And what I'm going to do is actually run that through the crease. And then I'm going to be using a pigment, and I'm just going to tap it on with a finger so that it's really, really sheer. It's been one of my favorite looks lately. The bronzer helps to add warmth, it helps to add dimension, it helps to make the eyes look bigger just running it through the crease. I'm also going to run a tiny little bit of that underneath the eye on a pencil brush, just to add a little bit of definition under there as well. And then this is the pigment that I'm going to use. This is our Enchanted pigment. It's got this really amazing, it's like a topper pigment, and it just shimmers and reflects and changes color in the light. It's so beautiful. See how it actually looks like quite like a solid pink color in the jar. What I've been doing is over the top of like a matte brown eyeshadow look, I've been picking a little bit of it up on my finger, just like that, and then actually just tapping it over the eye. See how it adds just like the softest touch of color? I love this one. If you use it with a wet brush, it's like super intense, like this exactly the same color as it is in the jar. But when you just pat it over something like for like a more toned down look, it's really, really sort of like romantic looking. I love it. It's just so soft and pretty. I love how you can use pigments in so many different ways. Like they're not just like a wet brush, dry brush, tap it on with a finger, make it into an eyeliner, use it on your skin, use it in your hair, use it on your nails. I just love products that you can use so many different ways. And then to finish the eyes, I'm going to go in with some mascara and some lashes. I've been quite enjoying the Rare Beauty mascara lately. Like I really like the brush and I quite like the formula. It's a nice dry formula, so I don't feel like it ends up everywhere when I try and apply it or anything. So I'm going to pop a couple of coats of this on, and then I'm going to go with a really, really natural lash. This here is our natural lash set. I'm probably going to use maybe the second style or maybe the third style. Just want something like really, really soft and wispy, barely there. So yeah, I'm going to quickly finish my mascara off camera, lashes off camera, and then we'll finish with a little bit of gloss. All right, lashes are on, and see how they just add like the tiniest little bit without being too much. Oh, and they're really, really pretty. And like, it's probably not going to pick up on camera. You're probably not going to be able to see it that well. But the eyeshadow, like that pigment, it shifts between like a pink and a purple kind of as you move. It's really, yeah, it's really, really pretty. So for lips, I'm going to be using Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream. Like I feel like I've used this in like literally nearly every video lately, but I love it. I just love it so much. This is a shade Fenty Glow, and it's just the most beautiful, like pinky nude kind of a color. It's just perfect. And it adds like the tiniest little bit of color to your lips, but without being too much as well. Yeah. She's a current fave for sure. But here you go, guys. This is the finished look. I just honestly love it. I have been wearing this entire look quite a bit lately. It just makes me feel pretty. And all of these products just make me feel pretty, and they're effortless. And I feel like, you know, the whole look is kind of effortless, but it's just the right amount as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing today's video. I hope that maybe you learned something, or saw some products that you like the look of. Let me know in the comments what you think of this look. Let me know if you're also enjoying the sort of underdone barely there makeup look lately. I'd love to know all of your thoughts. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.